Are you buried in debt? Living paycheck to paycheck, wondering if it's ever going to get better? Hi, I'm Linda, a 67-year-old truck driver and a grandmother. And not long ago, I was staring down retirement, with nothing to retire on and a mountain of debt. I've driven millions of miles, hauled freight coast to coast, but when I looked at my bank account, I realized something terrifying. I'd worked hard my entire life and still couldn't afford to stop. Every month was a juggling act. Rent, gas, insurance, food, debt collectors calling. I wasn't living, I was surviving. I knew I had to find another way. So I searched for ways to make money online. And what did I find? Scams, empty promises, programs that wanted thousands up front with zero support. I tried a few, learned a little, but it was like building a house with no blueprint. Nothing stuck. Nothing worked until I found this. This program changed everything. It gave me a blueprint, a simple step-by-step system even someone like me could follow. If you're looking for a way to change your life, maybe just to pay off some bills, or maybe you want more time freedom. If you want to replace your job so you can spend more time with your family and take those vacations you always dreamed of, just put Blueprint below and I'll send you the link so you can learn how to change your life today. How with just 2 hours a day you can learn to start making money online with social media. This was perfect for my 70-hour work week. I would get up in the morning, make my coffee, and spend 30 minutes posting some free ads. Then while I was picking up a load in the afternoon, I would post my video on YouTube. Since I'm new to this, I would spend maybe an hour or two before bed writing and editing it so I was ready to post quickly. We will teach you how to find your perfect customer, how to create content that attracts those customers. Our simple step-by-step e-learning walks you through everything, including how to set up your site, a website with digital products you can sell for 100% profit. You simply follow a video step by step. Rewind as many times as necessary. If you get stuck, just jump on a live tech call, which is listed in the community, and get help. Don't like the idea of setting it up yourself? We also have a done-for-you service. Once it's set up, it becomes your automated sales machine that is quietly making you money in the background while you're at your day job or on vacation or at the beach enjoying your life. This is how in only a couple hours a day, I am slowly changing my life with a system that sells digital products for me while I drive 70 hours a week. And a community that didn't let me quit. One of the things I learned from this program was how much demand there was for digital marketing. Forbes says social media marketing skills will be worth $1.5 trillion by 2030. There's no need to create your own product. With this system, you can learn from the same program you are promoting. You don't need a huge following to get started. We recommend TikTok, but you can use any social media platform. We'll teach you how to do them all, even going faceless. With our automated email system that's doing your follow-up, you can earn money while you're out living your life, and it's included in the program. The best part is no monthly fees. If you'd like more information, just put Blueprint below. This isn't just about income, it's about freedom and taking control of your life so you can create those special moments. This is what one of the successful members of our community has to say.
Which was to quit working 70 hours a week, of course, but I really wanted my time back with my kids. I was divorced 15 years ago, left with 3 kids on my own and no help. So I've always been a grinder. I've always worked, but it's most of the time was 2 jobs. So I turned 50. I knew I had to do something different. I was getting tired, and my daughter was going to be a senior. She's going to be a senior this year, and reality really just kind of smacked me and said, "What are you going to do now?" And I knew I was just getting so tired that I needed to do something different. I needed to take control again of my life. So long story short, I jumped on TikTok, didn't have a TikTok, but I jumped on there and started seeing all of the online businesses, make money online. And I did my investigations. I ran into Michelle one day on a live, and I followed Michelle for about over a week. I jumped in there, I asked questions, and Michelle started telling her story, and we were really close in our timelines and being single mamas and being a divorcees and just trying to make it work for our kids. So long story short, she had exactly what I needed. And again, working 70 hours a week, I needed something that I didn't have to invest a lot of time in. So the 2-hour workday really worked for me and what I had going on at the time. So here we are. That was 10 weeks ago. And I sent in my personal information so they would build the website for me. They built the website. I got it back in 12 hours. Few short days after that, I earned that money back, my initial investment. And fast forward 5 weeks, I was still working 70 hours a week. And on that 5th week, I said, I've earned enough that I can quit my part-time job. So yes. Oh my gosh, such a relief. So 5 weeks in, I quit my part-time. And then I really ramped up. I was able to give more time and more energy to the program. And that's exactly what I did. And I just seen it coming and more and more and more. And that's when I said, you know what? I'm going to get rid of my full-time. But here's the deal, guys. When I started with Daily Pay, I initially said, I'm going to do it for 3 years. That was my timeline. And then I moved my 3 years to 1 year. By the time my daughter graduated high school, that was going to be the time that I quit my full-time salary position. But I was earning so quickly that I thought, why not? Why? So I moved it down to 6 months, and then I went down to 3 months. Guys, I did it in 8 weeks. 8 weeks. See, at that point, I had earned quite a bit at that point, and I said enough. And it was like an elephant had been lifted off of my chest, and I put in my resignation at 8 weeks for not one, but 2 jobs, guys, 2 jobs. And I got my family back full time. So yeah. And to date, I am well over 5 figures, and my family is ecstatic about it. They've got their mama back after all these years, and I've got my freedom. I've got my freedom. So the biggest part of that, and I kind of wanted to touch on really quickly, guys, is that when I did start 10 weeks ago, Michelle had created a 90-day breakthrough. And of course, I was a week or 2 into the 90-day, but I went back and watched from the very beginning, the very first videos, and I jumped into action on that 90 days. And I said, I am going to earn that 18,000 in 90 days. That was my biggest goal, other than getting my family time back and everything else. But that was what I was striving for, was the 18,000 by the 90-day breakthrough. And guys, I've already obtained that and then some.
Congratulations.
Before our 90 days over. Yeah, yes. So I've done it. I've accomplished every hurdle that I had. Guys, I had everything stacked against me. I'm working 70 hours a week as a single mom. My daughter's in sports and she's got a bunch going on. I was able to do this. So for anybody out there doubting themselves or saying, I work too much, I'm a single mom, I'm this, I'm that, please just look at my story and realize that it is there for you. You can obtain it. It is obtainable. And I'm just your average American woman just doing her thing. And here I am.
So I have a question for you. Yeah, borrow Amy's belief, you guys, and you can do it. That's for sure.
Yes.
Here's my question. So from when you purchased, what has shocked you? Like, what didn't you expect that you do have? Not the money. I'm talking like,
yeah.
What, you know, like you got that you purchased and then you have it. What is like, oh my gosh, I didn't think I was going to have this.
Well, I will say there's a couple little things to that. But honestly, I expected it to be very educational, and it was not educational at all. And for me, it was so easy, right? I'm beginner friendly. I had no clue about anything online, how online businesses work. I knew nothing about nothing. And it was so beginner friendly. But then I got inside of our community and oh my gosh, I just couldn't believe the support system that you receive with this, and just the compassion that people have for one another in our community is just, I mean, that's everything. You can learn all day long, but you add the community to that, and oh boy, you're winning all day long. So I think that's the biggest thing for me. The community is just the ticket. It really is.
I agree. That's it's priceless, definitely priceless.
It is.
So if you could give one piece of advice to somebody, you know, looking at these digital products, what would that piece of advice be?
If I had one piece of advice for somebody that wanted to purchase but was on the fence or had any doubt, that would be to just believe in yourself. Believe that you deserve it. Believe that you can do it, because if you doubt yourself, you're always going to stay right where you're at. You're never going to move forward. And just the sheer belief in yourself is going to make you successful no matter what. So just believe in yourself, because you can do it. You can. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's powerful. Yes. So true. So true. So awesome. Well, thanks, Amy, for this. This has been great. I appreciate it. And I'm so excited for you. And I know what's going to happen to you. And I'm so honored that I get to celebrate it with you.
Michelle, and I'm probably going to cry, but I know you're a lot like me, and it's hard to take compliments because I'm the same way. But I am just so grateful to have found you, because you are what brought me here. And I borrowed your faith, and you're the one that's kept me here. I hear your voice. I think about you. And when I heard your story and our stories collided, they were so much alike, that I was able to borrow your faith. When in the beginning, of course, I was exhausted working 70 hours a week. But I just want you to know that it's hard for me to take compliments as well. So I get it. But I just want you to know that you were God sent. You really were. You really were.
Thank you. Aw, now you have me crying.
I know. And
oh my gosh. Well, on that note, I think we're going to end this.
Yeah.
Or do you have a vision of a better life? Whether your goal is to just make some extra cash and pay off some bills, or to build a business that leads to financial freedom for you and your family, this blueprint can show you the steps to change your financial future. If you're ready to start your journey, check out my website below and learn how you can build a better future for your family and get your life back. I'm still trucking, but now I'm building something for myself. My debt is shrinking. My confidence is growing. And for the first time, I see a future that doesn't end with me working until I drop. If I can do this at 67 with no tech background, you can too. Ready to stop just surviving and start building something real? Click the link below to get started with the same step-by-step system I used. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. This isn't just a program, it's your new beginning.